Hey guys, we're going to do a quick tutorial video today on Giants Editor, and we are on the said Thuringen map that I am editing. It is I've been adding American style equipment, American style buildings, and putting my own touch and stuff on the map. So we had a request from a viewer to show how to do navigation meshes. Well, I had already done the cows over here. As you can see, the first thing, I don't know how much of the knowledge of map editing you guys have. So the first thing you have to do is you have to unzip the map. So if you see here, I have a whips folder. So these are all my work in progress files. I also have some that are zipped that have not been even touched. So as I work through them, so here's the FS17 Sued Thuringen, and then I just underscore USA to make it its own name, so it doesn't overwrite the original in FarmSim. So I can go in and compare the original, and I always have that to go back. A good thing to do is make a folder inside here that is called backup. So when you should always keep a backup zip of the map. Let's open this up. I've got some i3Ds in here, but then here's the most recent version of the zipped map in here. And then when I zip this file, I only zip this much. I don't zip this in because this will increase the size of the map. So I only do this. Alright? So if you go into maps, right, and then there is map 01 i3D. This is your map folder. You click on that, it's going to ask you if you have multiple versions of Giants Editor, which I'll just go ahead and open. See, I have 605, 702, 704, 705. Well, I always pick the most recent one, and you hit OK. Now it's going to take a little bit for it to load up because it's a big file. So it's going to say no response, not responding, but just be patient. Pull up an Internet Explorer and make yourself busy doing something else and wait for it to open. It will take several minutes. The larger the map, the larger it's going to take to load. So here we are on the map. I've already put the nav mesh in for cows. In your scene graph, and I've got a lot of windows open here, we're going to need that terrain editing, so I'm just going to drag it down. We're going to go up to the top, and see I got a lot of the scene graph stuff is opened up because I was in, oh my god, I got a lot of stuff open. Let's see. I wasn't really prepared to do this video. You can also do this, is just do it from top down, but these are areas of the map. They're obviously in German because that's where the map came from. Now there is something that was unique about this map that it took me a while to figure out what was wrong. Because initially, I thought I had done something. Here's the section we need, animals. But originally, when I started working on this map, I started importing stuff. I started deleting things, getting rid of stuff I didn't need, moving things around, changing dimensions of stuff, making the roads wider, and then when I'm doing my map testing, I reset the vehicle. I reset a truck or a tractor or something. And then I went to go get in it, and it was like it was falling through space. It was beneath the map. And I'm like, what did I delete? Did I delete something? So I went back to the original map, the one that had not been edited, and it did the same thing. So it wasn't something that I had done, because I was like, what did I delete? And I'm still new to map editing. I mean, I've done a lot of mod editing. I've done mod building. Worked in Blender. Worked in Giants Editor quite a bit. But as far as working on maps, I really hadn't done a whole lot. So it took me a while to figure out what was wrong. Well, when you first... Let me zoom back. When I changed the dealership from, because this is basically where the dealership was sitting, but it was this building. When I put this building in here, when you purchased a vehicle, the vehicles would fall inside the walls of the building, and you had you had to struggle to get them out. Well, then if you made the mistake of resetting it, then the vehicle was lost forever, because it just fell through space. It basically falls beneath the map, and it just keeps going. Okay. So to set the spawn place for when you purchase a vehicle, is you're going to find in any map, you're going to have this folder that says map. Okay, and Giants Editor, the game, looks for this store place 1. So there's store place 1, and there is a point on the map right there. Now we can move that. We can move that anywhere we want. Now the plane that it sits on, it don't have to be, it just has to be above the ground. It just has to be above the ground, so that when you purchase a vehicle, the vehicle lands above the ground. So there is store place 1. So that is where vehicles will start being lined up as you purchase them. So store place 1 end, that's where it ends. So you can buy vehicles from here to here. Now what this was missing, this map was missing this line. Load places, and we made load places a zeroed out position. So zeroed out position means center of the map, center of the universe. Load place 1 I put over at the main farm. Load place 1 end, and so this is your reset point when you reset, and you can put this anywhere you want. And you do this where this one is pasted under this one, so that when you move this, it automatically moves this in relationship to it. So I mean, we could change it to where this respawned over here at the elevator, or respawned at the livestock, or respawned at this place, but I wanted it at the main farm. I've been adding stuff over here at the farm. So this is where they'll respawn here, and this is where they'll end. Okay. We've added couple more grain silos. We went into other maps and we harvested some objects. This grain auger and tractor and grain reset was Randy Hutchins from his Indiana farms. I love this setup he's got. So it has triggers, of course, so you have to have, this is your unloading auger, and it has a trigger. Okay, so you have to have that trigger lined up. I currently have the grain visible so that I could see which one was doing alignment to the I needed the alignment for positioning, so I needed to be able to see it. So right there, I had to look for it. And the augers, when I imported them, came with their own triggers, but I wasn't sure if it must be on the blue one. Yep. Now the blue one is unique because it is quite a bit taller. We probably don't need that big of an auger because this auger worked just fine. So we could probably we can either scale down the auger, which I think that would probably be the better option. So then you have 2 points where you can load out of. So when you click on an object in a map, it should highlight it. Here it is, cylinder 01. And so the scale on it is 0.6, 0.7, 0.6. So you don't have to move it very far, and it's going to make a drastic difference. So if we go scale X, that's the width. So let's go 0.4, 5, and 4. And so that should have remained somewhat symmetrical. Let's look down the pipe and see. We probably should make that 4. Yeah. Okay, so then, is that a little bit? Yeah, it's a little bit taller than the other one, maybe. Or they're about the same size. Probably about the same size. But anyway, we just wanted to have a variety of loading places just in case. And what I'm doing is, you can either come up here and you can, red is X, blue is Z, yellow is Y. So you can hover over this arrow, and once it turns yellow, then you're in control of it, and then you can slide it around where you want it. Just like up and down. And once you rescale it, of course, it's going to be off, so you need to reposition. So that looks pretty decent. Okay, so now that trigger is going to be up here somewhere, so we need to just... Where did that trigger go? Oh, we got a tree way over there. Let's undo what we just did. Okay. Well, let's go back to this because we should have had our... Here we go, Farm King. I'm looking for the silo trigger. Must be this one. Yes. So we want to go down and back, and then we want to view the grain. Yes, we're quite a ways off. Now if we just move the grain, then the trigger stays where it's at. So we want to highlight the whole thing. Something like that. Get over here and see it from this perspective. We can put a little bit of an angle on it, like so. Yeah, that's not bad. We can go up with it. No, we don't want to go too high because it'll come out the top of the auger. So yeah, that should work. And you can leave it visible or not. I just choose to make them invisible. I don't know if it really has any effect on it. I don't think it does. But then we have a motorized grain auger, and then this is obviously a PTO, and so we could we could bring a tractor in and park it there just for looks, but it's really not necessary. Okay, let's go over and now this is the original dairy beef operation. Okay, and there's its navigation mesh. Now with Giants Editor, you can add on to this mesh and make it larger, or you can get rid of this one and use the other one. I thought, well, having two options for your livestock, where you can come over here and feed these guys, and you can go over to the feedlot and feed those guys, and it's going to be the same cows, okay? But you're going to have animated cows here, and you'll have animated cows over at the feedlot. And so, I mean, it's a game. So I'm just going for, you know, if it doesn't matter to me that they can't be separated, okay? I don't think it makes that big of a difference. So this was the cows. Now the chickens were over here at this location. And this was the chickens. Now the pigs are here, but they don't have any navigation mesh at all because they're in a confinement building. Unless, well, there's a navigation mesh inside the building, but it's a building you can't get into. So what's the point? You know, that's kind of goofy. So if we could find a building that would serve as a pig barn, and that we could go into and still have an outside area for the pigs to run around, that would be ideal. But I will go over what we'll do here is just to make this easier. Okay, it was this one, and we make that invisible. And there we can see the navigation mesh. So first thing you need to do is up here in View, you want to Show and Navigation Meshes. Because if we unclick that, you can't see them. View, Show, Navigation Mesh. Now you can see where they are. Now up here on the top in this terrain editing detail area, this one right here, terrain info layer paint mode. We want to click that. Now it's going to change the color of the map. It's going to make it darker. And we want to bring this window up so that we can see the terrain editing, because this is the important section right now. Brush, when I'm smoothing, I use round. We want to make sure we have it in add, so that we add, and we're just making it larger. We could even, I mean, just for the sake of experimentation, let's just make pigs just wandering aimlessly everywhere. Like, somebody let the pigs out, okay? Who let the pigs out? Okay. Now down here in the info layer, you'll see 0, 1, 2, and 3. Now 0 is cows, because I've done cows. 1, I think it's sheep. 2 is chickens, and 3 must be pigs, I believe. So, I think it's 3, but we'll find out. Oh, did it? I didn't like that. Yeah. 3. Oh, didn't like that either. Okay, let's go back to 1. I should have selected that first. I'm sorry about that. That is some bad information. Because we don't want cows wandering around over here. That would be goofy. So I'm just right-clicking and erasing all the cow stuff. So let's go to 3 and we'll just quickly add some areas. Like so. So that's for, I believe, 3's pigs. Okay. Now, up here in the scene graph, we need to find the animals section again, and I've opened everything up again. Dang it. So let's go close, close, close. The animals was up by the map. There it is. Yep, it was just above the map. So here's the animals. So we've got chicken, pig, and cows. I think this must be sheep. I hope that's, yep, it is. Okay. So we want pigs. So here we go. Pig husbandry, and then navigation mesh. And then we want to go create navigation mesh. Oh, now the radiuses and stuff it tells it how big the animal is, so that it goes to about, but you know, I'm gonna say 0.6 because I really I don't know. I'm gonna go half the size of a cow. 1.2 is recommended for a cow, so we're gonna say 0.6. Shape, build, mask. We want to click on that, and we want 3. Get rid of 0 because we want for pigs. And calling info layer channels. I want to check that, and we want to check 3 as well. Okay. And that should be all we need. And we will hit recreate. And there is our new navigation mesh right there. So if we click off of it, you see now it is a pig navigation mesh. So we will close this up. I don't think there was anything else that I want. And then to get out of this mode, you just click on it again and it unselects it. So you see how much larger the navigation mesh is. I don't think there was anything else I wanted to do to the map currently. I'm going to do a quick rundown of things. Now, when we go into the map, you're going to notice that some of these items are not textured. It's because the file paths are messed up, and I'm still fixing that. So, like for example, this right here, it's got a box, but then you come over here to material editing, and there it gives you your file path. If you just hover over it, it gives you the file path to that text, that diffuse for that object. So it's Sud Thring USA maps, Thuringian parts for map models, farm repair, Jiffy Dump texture. And so for some reason that has gotten jumbled up. Huh. I don't know. I don't know what happened but it seemed like everything just got confused. So here's the main part. There's a diffuse texture for that. And you always want to kind of check to see So it's Thuringen, parts for map, models, farm repair, cars, pronto. So then we're looking for a pronto. Diffuse. And it just seems like if I go in and then reselect the files, then in the game everything's fine. So like right now, the building, that's that. It just must be this one. Okay. Oh yeah. All right. So Thuringen, parts, models, farm repair, warehouse, diffuse. You go in here, you click the little dots. Farm repair, warehouse, diffuse. And just by Xing it out, selects it. I want to make sure we don't have some weird shader or something on it, because that will mess you up too. Well, there's only one. There's only one material. So I just wanted to make sure I didn't have a shader. So let's go ahead and save this file. Now saving it will it'll take a minute or so, because it's saving all that information. So it'll be just a second. There, it is ready. It is done. Okay. So we'll go down here to the folder that it is in. Right here, maps. Now what I have been doing is I have been here. Wait, went the wrong place. There again. Out of the interest of removing size, I've been taking the i3Ds out of here and placing them in here before I zip it. And so that is so that they're still there for me to use, and every time I open the map I take them out of here and put them back into the parts for map. But I do that to save file size, because the more you add and the more parts and stuff you add to this map, the larger and larger and larger, and it was already a large map to begin with. So once you're done, then you have to zip the file. So I have WinZip. You might have 7-zip, you might have WinRAR. Any of those will work. I use WinZip. So it is zipping the file, and then that will take time. So it's just a waiting game. So I will pause the video while this thing zips, because it will take a little bit. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We got that zipped up, and we are. Then I went into the map screen and just put America on there, so I would be able to tell where it was at. So we'll go into the map and we'll see what we see. Da 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 da. Waiting, 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 waiting. Once he starts playing sounds like the dogs and the horses and you're pretty much guaranteed that the map's about to load. So here we're starting. Our starting point is still up here on the grain silo, which is, I think, kind of cool. So let's go ahead and give ourselves some money, and let's go over to the store and let's buy a pickup. I don't know why I mess around buying that extra stuff. It really serves no purpose. The truck really doesn't go any faster. Not that I know of. Let's see, what else did we want to check? We wanted to check the... and wagon. We'll get a trailer that we know works. Okay, now let's go tab into some vehicles. Here's our pickup. See that now that building is textured just by going in, and the orange wagons are textured now just by going in, and it's the same file path. I'm not changing anything. I'm just clicking on them. So yeah, I don't know why it has a problem with that, but I have to go in and reassign all the file paths, which I guess is okay. I mean, we'll get it done. We'll go over here to the livestock barn, where we just get out and we can purchase some piggies and cows. So let's buy some cows. And I don't think it really matters how many you buy. And we'll just have them delivered. And some piggies. 50 of them. Confirm. Yes. Let's see. Jump back in here. I'll take you up there to the feedlot area and show you. We'll get rid of that gearbox window. The water tower needs its file path re-established, I guess. I don't know why it's doing it. Go up here. Those wagons, they need them too. We'll get it. We'll get it. I did fix the doors on the CPS. Drive over here, show you. So you can now drive through the building. You know, I don't know as if there is a trigger there, so that must be for loading seed. Maybe it's for loading seed. Uh-oh, uh-oh. What are we doing? I was a little too close to that door. We put another dealership here, and the only tractor that I did was the case. So yeah, we gotta finish that. We gotta put some guardrails up, because we took a chunk of ground out. But here's our feedlot area up here. If you notice, the cows are now out in the feedlot area. Whoa! Oh no! We've got quite a crevasse. We have quite a crevasse under the road. We have to fix that. Well, be a good time to check out that reset button. Yes. Yes. And actually, we want to reset the truck too, because that will put her over at reset. Yes, yes. Okay. And we can jump in that pickup. So now we are at the farm, the main farm. We will run down and look at the cows. This door is not working yet. I don't know why. But the roll-up doors are. Roll-up doors work, but the hydraulic swing doors are not working. And so I gotta look into that as to why those are not working. Yeah, both of those work. We'll run down to the cow area. Or, well, hell, we're not that far from the pigs. Pigs are right behind us. We'll just go bombing through the field here. So the pig should be running all over the place. If number 3 is for pigs. Yep, it is. Look at the pigs. They're just running amok. So yeah, we got pigs all over the place. Now there's also, when you're doing the navigation meshes, what are you doing? You really should go in and select all the objects that are in that area and choose the number, like, see what just happened there? Where that pig walked right through. Oh, it's not going to let me. Oh, there's a building. That's right, that building's still there. I just made it invisible. But over there, there's that bunker. Now watch those pigs. They'll walk right through it. See? Now if you pick that you choose that bunker, and there is I forget what it's called, but you choose that bumper, and you basically are telling it to avoid the pigs, or for the pigs to avoid it. It's a build navigation. Oh no, that's not what it's called. Ah, I'll have to show you here in a minute. But you go in and you select the pigs, and then the pigs will avoid that. They'll see that as something they're not to walk through, so they'll go around it. So we want to go over to the other cow area. Excuse me. Whoa, we are missing our corner. Now they got some pretty landscape on this map, and that's why I chose this one to do. Close enough. Well, we could have put some animated cows in here too. I didn't think of that. Yeah, we could have added some animated cows to the barn. Oh, it's a long walk over here. Say, where's the wire? There's the cows. So we got cows here at the dairy, and we got cows over at the feedlot, and they're both the same. They're both the same inventory. I guess I'd say it. He's animated. Oh, he's stuck. Move. But that happens. So anyway, I'm kind of stuck in the fence. So that's how you do navigation meshes. There is that final step I'll show you here in a little bit when we get done here. But no, I like the look of this map. It's very nice. Whoa! Oh, we gotta go take care of some stuff there with the terrain detail. Yeah, we added a little house there. We're gonna come down to this area. So I took these houses out. We're gonna come down to this area and we're gonna put some more sell points. We're probably gonna put a biodiesel and canola operation here where you can sell sunflowers. I don't know if we'll do it right here on the flat or if we'll do it closer to the railroad. Kind of leaning towards just right there on the flat because really don't have the area up here. Well, you do. I mean, you just have to get rid of some stuff. It was just easier to get rid of the houses than it was to get rid of all these trees. And we got this nice little windy road. Goes down here behind the grain elevator. Whoa, got some more terrain detail we got to get rid of. Oh, slippy slidey. We also added a TSC. I don't know if you know, if you'd noticed that when we drove by. But we added a tractor supply company and a Napa. Oh, and a grain dryer. We added the grain dryer. And we're back here at the dealership with our white implements. Yeah, well, we'll get that fixed. Then we got a Dodge dealership we're going to put over there in that vacant lot. But I wanted to get these textures done before I do that because the same thing's going to happen with that Dodge dealer, I'm pretty sure. But we'll get it figured out. So let's tab over to the truck here at the place. I just wanted to check that trigger really quickly. We want to bring up our HUD so we can see our load trigger if it's working. Whoa, we missed the fifth wheel altogether. Our fuel trigger's working. You see that? There we go. Open the tarp. Right now we don't have any grain, so we can't actually load, but we can at least get our start filling. So there, if we had grain, we should be able to fill it. So that's the idea, is grain in, grain out. Well, thanks for watching. Oh, wait. Hang on. So we're going to still be doing some editing to the map. So it doesn't do you any good to save the game because you're going to have to, if you save it, you're just going to have to delete it and start over. And you notice how where we have done our editing. So this is where the feedlot is. This is where that dealership is. This is the tractor supply. This is the Napa, where we've taken fields away. This is actually a top-down camera view. that's in your cameras. So now are we showing the gas station showing up? Animal dealer. Interesting. Yeah, I'm still learning, so I don't know everything about maps that I probably should. But we will go ahead and close out the game. We will go into the map. Pull that up. Full screen. So let's go over to the pigs. Oh, I went by them, didn't I? Yes, I did. Now this would be a good one to show an example of because... Okay, right here. Under shape, build nav mesh mask. You want to click on that, and we determine that the pigs are number 3, and then you would just want to hit OK, and then that builds a nav mesh so that the pigs will avoid this, so they won't go through this wall anymore. But then you have to do that for each and every one of them, because those are just like panels. So yeah, that is something to be aware of, is that if you don't want them walking through, if you're going to have objects inside the area where the pigs are, then you have to do this so that they avoid them and don't walk through them. Okay? And same with these silos. You'd want to do the same thing. And then they should avoid those. Okay? So maybe on the next video we'll show you how that worked. I'll leave the pigs wandering around here until I figure out something for some kind of a hog building, but yet where the animals can go outside and walk and wander around and you know, I think just having them inside a building is, it's not, it just takes away from the game. So all right, so we're gonna conclude this video for that. Hopefully that was easy enough to understand. Navigation meshes for animals. You have to know where the nav mesh is to begin with. If you don't have one, then you need this section of the map in your scene graph. You need a pig. Basically, you need this animal section in your. You need this animal section in your map, and then the nav mesh gives it where the animals can wander. And so, I mean, theoretically, if you wanted chickens running all over the map, if you went to chickens, and where is it? Oh, under husbandry. If you want chickens running all over the map, you go like this. Where are the chickens? There it is. And you go to this terrain info layer, and you go crazy. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to go down here because those are pigs. Those are for pigs wandering around. You don't want that. That's crazy. Chickens are number 2. So you would want number 2. And so you would just chickens everywhere like that, and then click on the chickens, create nav mesh. Now the chickens are going to be a lot smaller, so that I would say is probably a 0.15, I think. And then here you'd want to go 2, and then here a 2, and recreate. And now that's going to be our new chicken area. Chickens are going to be running amok, my God. All right. So there you go. That's funny. Okay, then we can unselect that. And look at all the chicken wandering area. Oh my God. All right, guys. Well, hopefully, I get some more done on this map. I'd still like to add a train spline so the trains actually do run. Not really sure how those all work. I know Rambo145 has got some tutorial videos on splines, so I'm going to have to probably study up on those. But hey, appreciate you watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, if you learned something. If you have a further question, please don't hesitate to ask. We're here to help each other and enjoy this game. Use it for everything that it's capable of doing. So, hey, you guys keep the rubber side down, the shiny side up. Keep on farming. We'll catch you on the flip-flop. Later.